Hello friends, I am Professor Rajendra Koranne from my YouTube channel Teach Easy. Up to the last video, we finished the first unit, that is moment of inertia of strength of material or mechanics of structure. From this lecture, I am starting design of structure. So this is the first video lecture of design of structure. Now this subject, design of structure, is offered to the 5th semester students of diploma in civil engineering in almost all the polytechnics in Maharashtra. This subject is a combination of design of steel structures and design of RCC structures. This lecture is for introduction and fundamentals of design of structures. Let us first see the meaning of structure. It is an assembly of members transferring the loads and serving the function for which it is constructed. Means it is the combination of different members and it must fulfill the purpose for which it is constructed. That is known as structure. Now, depending upon the principal material used for construction, the structure can be a steel structure, a reinforced cement concrete structure, a timber structure, or the combination of two materials, that is composite structure. Now let us see the meaning of design. Designing a structure is an art of framing and proportioning of its members using the most suitable materials for worst combination of predicted loads so as to achieve the desired strength and serviceability requirements at the minimum possible cost. Now I will explain you one by one. Let us see what are the key words in this particular sentence of meaning. One is framing. Designing a structure is an art of framing and proportioning of its members. Now let us see what is framing. Framing is deciding the positions of different members depending upon the purpose of its use. This is done by architects. That is functional planning. Proportioning. Now what is proportioning? Proportioning means actually deciding the sizes of different members, the dimensions of different members, then the proportions of different materials to be used for them. That is the actual design. Further, framing and proportioning of its components or members using the most suitable materials. What are more materials available? Which is the best of it? We have to use those materials for the worst combination of predicted loads. Now look here, we never know that what are the loads coming on the structure. So you have to predict, you have to anticipate the different loads coming on the structure depending upon its use. And what will be the worst combination? That is the maximum load which will be given by that particular combination. So for that combination, you have to perform this design. Now next keyword is safety, serviceability and minimum cost. Now all these things means what? Framing and proportioning of its members using most suitable material for the worst combination of load. Why to do this? All these things are done so as to achieve safety and serviceability requirements at the minimum possible cost. What do we mean by safety? Safety means the ability of structure to resist the different effects, the different stresses which are induced in those members due to various loads acting on it. That is known as strength. Okay? That is safety. Serviceability. What is serviceability? Ability to give service. Ability to give service is serviceability. For a particular structure, if its lifespan is say 50 years, that particular structure must give the service for 50 years, and that too the user of it should be firm, comfortable for all those 50 years. Means what will be the things which will come under serviceability? Will be the diffraction, cracks, dimensional changes, etc. Okay? Minimum cost means all these things are to be done with the cost as minimum as possible. That is economy. So again I will repeat, designing a structure is an art of framing and proportioning of its members using most suitable materials for the worst combination of predicted loads so as to achieve safety and serviceability requirements at minimum possible cost. So this you can say as a definition of design or meaning of design. Now what are the objectives of design? Let us see. What do you mean by objectives? What parameters should be satisfied by this design? Okay? The first one is safety. Safety, just now I have told you, safety means it should have a strength. That means it should be able to resist all the effects and stresses induced in that particular member due to action of the loads, different actions of the loads. That is safety. Serviceability also I have told you, a user should be comfortable for complete lifespan of that structure. That means it should have minimum cracks, it should have minimum deflection, it should have minimum dimensional changes, etc. are covered under serviceability. Then durability. This is very important property of structure. That is the ability of structure to undergo excessive deflection without causing any damage to its strength is known as durability. There may be excessive deflections, but there will be no damage to what? The loss of strength, damage in the form of loss of strength. Okay, that is durability. Economy means the total cost of the structure will be as minimum as possible with all these parameters fulfilled. Then aesthetics. What is aesthetics? Its appearance should be good. It should be good looking. So these are the objectives of the design: safety, serviceability, durability, economy, and aesthetics. Okay? So these are the objectives of the design. Now after going through the meaning of structure, meaning of design, then objectives of the design, let us see what are the different steps involved in the design. The first one is functional planning. That is, you have to decide the positions of different members depending upon the purpose for which it is used, that is architectural planning. Second one is what are the materials available in the nearby vicinity. You have to make a survey, that is survey for the materials availability and its testing to check its suitability. This is second step. Third step is depending upon the purpose, prediction or anticipation of load and their combinations. Third step is predictions or anticipation of loads and their combinations. Fourth one is analysis for the effects due to loads. What are the different types of stresses induced in those members? What will be the effect on these members? Okay. How it will act? What type of stresses are induced? This all will come under analysis of effects due to loads. The fifth one is sectional design. That is known as proportioning. Means what should be the size of the member, what should be the materials, if it is concrete, what should be the grade of concrete, if it is steel, what should be the section of the steel. Okay, so all these things come under section design. And the last step is drawing and detailing. Okay, now when doing all these designs, this I am talking large, by and large, for design of structures, any design. Okay, now for a design of structures, some rules are laid down by a particular agency which is known as Bureau of Indian Standards. So those rules are known as BIS codes. Now what are different BIS codes useful for this design? For a diploma engineer, all these codes must be with you. Do not purchase these codes. These are available free online. Please search online on Google. Okay. So what are these BIS codes? The first one is IS 456. Now BIS means what? Bureau of Indian Standards. Okay. The second one is IS 800 2007. Third one is IS 875. In 1987. The fourth one is IS 1893. And the last one is IS 808. Last one means these are some BIS codes of prime importance. 808 1989. So what is BIS? BIS means Bureau of Indian Standards. Codes means rules. Okay. Now first one is, what is the first one? IS 456 2000. Now when we are writing this code, this first figures are code number and these figures indicate the year in which they are published. Okay, so IS 456 2000, this is for code of practice for design of RCC members, that is reinforced cement concrete members. IS 800 2007 is code of practice for design of steel structures using limit state method. So this is for steel. Third one is IS 875 1987. It is for loading standards. This particular IS is in 5 parts. It is part 1, to part 5. Then fourth one is IS 1893 2002, code of practice for design of earthquake resistant structures. Fifth one is IS 808 1989. This IS code gives us the properties of standard steel sections. So do you follow? These are the various BIS codes, Bureau of Indian Standard codes. IS 456 2000, code of practice for design of reinforced cement concrete members. IS 800 2007 is code of practice for design of steel structures. IS 875 1987, code of practice for different loading standards, part 1 to part 5. Part 1 is for dead load, part 2 is for live load or superimposed load, part 3 is for wind load, part 4 is for snow load, and part 5 is for loading combination. IS 18932 2002 is code of practice for designing earthquake resisting structures. Fifth one is IS 808 1989. It is giving the properties of standard steel sections. Okay. So in this first video of design of structure, we saw the meaning of structure, we saw the meaning of design, we saw the objectives of the design, we saw different steps in the design, and we saw BIS codes or standards. I hope you follow this, go through it, watch it completely. Please give the likes, comments, and if you have not yet subscribed, subscribe it, press the bell icon for all so that you will get the notification of the latest video first. Thank you.